Welcome to how to take a tech startup from zero to a place that is in your dreams. This is a no fluff guide, and what we want to do here today is to take you from dreaming to doing. And a lot of people get stuck in the fact that they don't have money to even build a startup. And today, in this webinar, we'll explore how you can leverage your skills, your connection, and a lot of digital platforms to build a thriving tech startup from scratch. So it doesn't matter whether you're a developer here today or you are a visionary like myself with determination. These practical strategies would help you to navigate that challenge that would see that your journey would become an extremely rewarding one. One of the major reasons for this webinar today is because of the confusion that a lot of young people face when they want to build tech startup. And when they face this confusion, they don't even know how to put a good team together. They don't even know how to proceed from the idea that they have. And because of these different drawbacks that they have, there is need for clarity, there is need for simplicity, and this is just what we want to do today. The first thing you need to know to build a tech startup is to start with the vision, not the money. There is the social influence of tech bros, tech sis, and everybody wants to be in the tech ecosystem because one of the richest man in the world, Elon Musk, actually is a tech bro. But the reality is this: you should not be motivated by the money, you should be motivated by the real problems in your locality that you want to solve, that vision. For me, I've always looked at it when I was young. I always imagined being in the FX market. I also imagined being an engineer. So it was a vision for me. And I also imagine having a company where a lot of people would be working there, and by the grace of God, we'll be able to build the next generation of leaders through that channel. And that was my vision. So the fact that today I'm able to communicate and speak to you on this topic is not because I started just what having money in mind. Your vision should be focused at quickly solving a problem. A few days back, about 1 week ago, somebody approached me that wants to build a platform that has like a human resource side where they connect talents with employers. And another person approached me. The question that guy asked me was, how will you go about building it? Another person approached me and asked me, how will he build a tech startup in Africa here? And it came to me that a lot of people want to start. A lot of people want to be entrepreneurs, but they don't even have the blueprint to start. And today, the first blueprint or point you must start in that your blueprint is the problem. What market is available for this problem that you want to solve? Is also something that you must ask. For us at Vrem, we are solving a problem. We're helping people to quickly convert digital currencies to fiat. Those people that cannot use good, that are unable to navigate complex digital technologies, the UI UX, people that are not so educated, we also help them to process their transaction fast. So a lot of those customers navigate towards us because we easily solve that problem and provide a solution for them. So the vision, the problem, the solution, and the people you are working with. In the words of a wise man, Ashmure said, life is too short to build something that nobody wants. So if you build something that nobody wants, or if you build a product or you have a vision that there is not enough people to tap into your vision, it becomes a problem because you cannot scale as much as you want to scale. So people must be at the center of your what? Of your tech company that you want to build. Recently, somebody asked me to be a consultant for his project, and the first thing we did was to go out asking employers, asking businesses, asking learners what's doing like a survey, a video survey for these different categories of people, ensuring that we gather data from the people to build that platform. And this is the reason why we're emphasizing again that people is extremely what important. One of the major reasons why starting with a vision is good is because ideas do not cost a thing, they don't cost money. Yet they are the true currency of innovation in the tech world. Imagine how Elon Musk started. He had a vision that he wanted to go to space, and just that idea has made him a billionaire. Imagine how Richard Branson started. Imagine how Steve Jobs started. It did not cost them anything to have that idea. Once you have that idea, articulate your vision in the simplest form possible. If your grandmother cannot understand the core concept of what you are doing, then it is too complex. It should be as simple as this framework: the problem, solution, the people, and the platform. Imagine a square. One side of the square should be the problem, another side of the square should be the solution, one side of the square should be the people, and then lastly, the platform. Once you have this framework, it will just guide all the future decisions that you need to make, and you'll be able to communicate your idea effectively. And one thing that you must do is this: you must acquire the skill. You know, in the words of wise man, he says, for any product, any field, anything you want to start, you must read 5 books, 5 compendiums, 5 articles on it. So it is important for you to acquire the skill. What did I do when I was decided that I want to become a certified blockchain architect? I started acquiring the skill that will make me to manage my company better, that will help me to build more products better. So I went on Audible. I bought over 6, 7, 10 different blockchain books. I bought Internet of Money, Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, digitalizations, the Bitcoin standard. You know, I was just reading, getting more knowledge, acquiring more skills, ensuring that I interact with the practical side of the blockchain so that I would be an expert. You know, in one of wise man, it says mastery demands all of you and or none of you. So you must immerse yourself in acquiring the skill. Imagine you want to build a tech startup and maybe sell or become a tech fashionpreneur. You must acquire the skill to even know how to do 1 or 2 things related to fashion, or know how to organize the people in the fashion industry so that you can then deliver your promise to your customers. One of the skills that you must learn is the ability to immerse yourself in reading, because if you don't have anything in your head, you cannot go ahead. And readers are leaders. You want to lead tomorrow, then you need to read. One of the recommended texts for you to go forward as an entrepreneur is the book Inside the Heart of a Global Entrepreneur. Inside the Heart of a Global Entrepreneur. It will show you the different stages, the different timeless, deliberate intangibles that would ensure that you as an entrepreneur will be able to deliver your promise and your dream to the next generation. Once you learn the fundamentals and you practice through projects like I did while learning blockchain, you become a master. For me, I decided to master presentation. I now also decided to enhance my presentation skills by learning public speaking. So that made me to communicate my skill very well. For those of you that just joined me, and for those of you that are strong followers of the Rume Dominic brand, you already know that that journey made me to become a certified blockchain architect, a certified metaverse expert, somebody with over half a decade working with technologies of the future, automation, and Web3, which have made me to now accumulate over 53 to 70,000 hours working with technologies of the future. My passion has driven me to guide the next generation of leaders in technology. And that is the reason why, even on a Sunday like this, that passion is still burning. And we're taking you through this journey of building your tech startup. So you can connect with me on LinkedIn. And then the next thing that you must do is ensure that just as you have taken out time to join this webinar today, you meet a consultant or somebody that is an expert or a mentor. In the event that you cannot find a consultant, an expert, or a mentor like myself, then you can use your personal assistant, which is ChatGPT. Most times, you are just one question away from making that costly and deadly mistake that you are making in your business. And a consultant, a mentor like me, or a personal assistant like ChatGPT can help you to be able to what? Take those errors out of the way. You know, an African proverb says you stand on the shoulders of giants to see far. And you should try not to start or try not to reinvent the wheel every time. I see a lot of young people, they want to reinvent the wheel, they just want to start the whole process. No, that's why there is need for collaboration. In chapter 8 of my book, I emphasize this very well, that you can collaborate and start from a point of success. My pastor always says that it is good to start from a point of success, that you are not fighting or you are not starting it for the point of failure. You are fighting from a point of success. So collaborate with people, take advice so that you can start from a point of success, so that you don't repeat the mistakes, the failures those people have made in that industry. Just by guidance, you will not be able to make those mistakes. In fact, just by one connection, you would definitely now, maybe your growth might just go like this. When I was growing up as an entrepreneur, there's one quote that I heard that has truly built me up till this point. That when you spend 5 minutes with a billionaire, it is much more important than using 5 years to read through the books that you have in school. Because, in this life, it is somebody that passes information to you, and people don't just get there by luck, people are chosen. Imagine a basketball team or a football team. Imagine the players, over 31 players are waiting. It is a coach that would point people out for them to come into the field. If you are going to score that day, it is because you are chosen. Same thing apply to sitting or spending time with mentors or with consultants. What they do for you is that they help you shorten the time that you need to go on that journey, because they can quickly recommend you to somebody, or they can give you a connection that it would have taken you 10 years and you might not have even gotten it. So you leverage on their expertise to be able to what? See far. You ask questions, you listen, you adapt, and you proceed forward with confidence. because you have communicated with a mentor and a consultant. What's the next thing that you must do as you are building your startup? Tell your friends. Test with a story. I'll give you a quick example. On the 10th of April, we launched Inside the Heart of a Global Entrepreneur in the US market. And the first buyers of that product in the US market are my friends. Just before this webinar this evening, I was speaking to a friend of mine in the US, engineer Kazim, and I told him that, engineer, my book is out in the US, so quickly go on Amazon, purchase it, and let me know. I'm telling my what? My friends. I'm testing it with a what? A story. They've seen how I've grown. So test from there. Don't just aim for the fact that you want to build a 10,000 user platform overnight. Aim for 10 first. Satisfy those 10 customers first. If you don't have the capacity yet to satisfy 10, how will you handle 10,000? So that's the reason why your first minimum viable product isn't code or design. It is story. Share your idea as a narrative that help people to imagine a better future so that it can help you to refine the process. One thing you must also do is pay close attention to those people that are getting genuinely excited as you are speaking about it, because those people will represent your early customers. Their enthusiasm is what is validating your concept, and it is helping you to refine your target audience. So remember that the successful startup are built with what? With people. And your friends can just be the first set of persons that help you to truly build that successful startup. What is another thing that you must do? A lot of people that want to go into business, they get stuck with the fact that I don't have money to rent shop, or I don't have money to rent an office, or I don't have money to hire HR, I don't have money to. No, no, no. You can start with a digital real estate. You can start with a digital platform. A physical shop is able to help you receive customers. And one of my quotes is that in the age of AI, information is the game changer. Now, imagine the number of people that are connected online. Some cryptocurrency projects, they have 1 million nodes across the globe. So you can imagine if you build an online store, I'll give you versus an offline store. Let me give you a quick story. I uploaded a video. Imagine I uploaded a video this morning, and before the end of the day, that video had gotten to over 12,000 people. In a day, ideally, I would not have communicated the message that is in that video to 2,000 people. If I tried communicating to even half of that number, 1,000, I would need water and my saliva would almost dry out. But because of that, there's a scale to the distribution of that message. So a digital real estate is one thing that you must leverage to build your tech startup. For those of you that want it to be an e-commerce platform, you can start on Shopify, you can start on Printify, you can start on Etsy. Those of you that want to find the digital platform that is for your niche and do what? Engage with it. For us, how did we start? At Rume, we started using the digital platform called WhatsApp. That was our first store. That was the first place people came to meet us. And we made billions from that first store before we even started looking for physical offices. So you can leverage, you can have your idea today. We recently launched a smart home company, Rack Smart Home. And what did we do? We just immediately built an online store for it. Built the For those of you that don't have money to build website, you can just start with build the social media handles for it, open the social media hand or online store for it, and we start pushing our business out. Because how do businesses grow? Businesses grow by following the three metrics that helps to grow a business. For every business that makes a business to be valuable, for every business to be valuable, there's a growth engine, there's a fulfillment engine, and then there is what innovation engine. So for our growth engine for that business, we started with an online digital store. We started posting, started taking content of the smart homes and posting it there. Customers are interacting with us. Customers are coming to meet us and saying, "Oh, we're interested in, oh, this your property is fine." Now we are gaining the what? The attraction. We can then bring them to our properties, take the money and innovate on it. And the money we make from it, we can then use that to open a physical store over the years. In today's digital economy, your first business solution should truly be online and not just physical. Establish your presence online so that you can be able to reach out to a wider range of people. One, I posted something on LinkedIn 3 days ago that Nigerian developers are the best developers in the whole wide world. The ease at which you work with Nigerian developers, the time at which they complete your project, the energy that they bring to the team, and the expertise, the outside of the box thinking that the Nigerian developers they bring to the team is nothing you can find anywhere in the world. In China, in India, neither can you even find that in the US. And we have these developers available through the Vorem ecosystem. Because a lot of founders, they come to me and they ask me, how can I build a solid team, a team that is as strong as the rock of Gibraltar? I tell them that it is from finding the right people and building the right culture. And right here in Africa, culture is our identity. So you can imagine the right people, the age population that is at a median age of 19 years, 17 years old. These developers, when they get into your company, they come with all honesty because they are coming not just for money, but to fulfill an ambition, to fulfill a vision. So you should ensure that you are using this set of people to build that team that matches your dream. Ensure that the graphics designer that you want to take in is somebody that you can communicate your heart to. It's not somebody that your energy and his own will not match. And set, like I said, culture, set core values. You know, every business has, imagine a triangle. When you want to imagine a triangle, the entrepreneur is at the top of the triangle, the management system is towards the extreme right of the triangle, the tech system is towards the extreme left of that triangle. Imagine yourself now watching this as the entrepreneur, and you're at the top of the triangle. You communicate the vision to people, you sell the promise of what your product is able to solve, what your services is able to achieve. And you doing that, you get people in. Those people you get in, they need to be managed. People need to take records. Payments need to be made out. That part of your business is the management side of your business, and you need people to manage it. You also would need the tech arm of your business so that you as the entrepreneur, because imagine here at Vrem, our transaction is extremely fast. We have extremely fast transaction speed. We have the highest rate. So if we say our transaction will happen in 3 seconds, in 5 seconds, it then means that our tech team, they work 247 to ensure that our transaction processing time is less than 1 second. Is about, let's say, 0.7 to 0.8 second, so that the promise that I myself as the entrepreneur, or in this case you yourself, is giving out would be achieved instantly, and there will be high level of satisfaction coming from the customers. So your business, you must imagine it as a triangle where you yourself, you are the entrepreneur, you have the people on that management side, and then you have that tech side, and that will truly make up your complete dream team. And most entrepreneurs, most startup, they get stuck with funding. So how do you fund that your hustle? Through that digital platform, that digital real estate platform, that is through social media, that you are selling, you'll be making some money from there. You are going to be using that money to invest into your business. Family too is also one of the very first place to fund your business. My books that I've launched too, I sometimes I would just say, oh, if I have a family friend, or maybe I can say, hi, I might buy this first. The money that your family friend is bringing, you can use that money to invest in into marketing that will reach out to what other audience, and you can be scaling your business and building traction through that system. I'll give you a pro tip as we round up and come to a conclusion. The pro tip is for you to now move from the digital platform to your own personal website, just like you have the Rume Dominic website. So imagine my website. What can I not sell on my website? Imagine the Vrem website. What can we not sell on the Vrem website? I'll tell you something. Social media is broken. You want, you might be surprised and shocked and asking yourself, why is Rume saying social media is broken? Why is Rume saying social media is broken? Yes, you do not have access. You do not own your own content on social media. You do not own your own property on social media. 11 months ago, a social media account that I've built for over 6 years, those of you that, 6 years, over 10 years, those of you that knew me when I used to model as Mr. Universe Nigeria, as Mr. Nigeria, and all of those things. Most of the content that I've uploaded, my lifelong history there, it was banned, and I could not access any one of those contents. Just like me, some of you on this live call now must have, or webinar must have experienced that as well, and you found it disgusting. Imagine the type of disgust you are feeling for just your photos, or now, or possibly your memories that you would love to keep. Now imagine that same pain happening to your business that you are making millions and billions of dollars from. So that's the reason why you need to now move to your own personal platform after making money from a third party platform. And you would truly, you know, a wise man once said, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, meet somebody, a consultant like myself, to be able to take you through. I will tell you a story. A friend of mine wanted to came to meet me 4 years ago that he wants to build his own exchange. I told him, "You want to build your exchange?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Pay consulting fee." Said, how much is consulting fee? I told him to pay the consulting fee. Then I was still charging $1,000 for the consulting fee. I said, okay. And before I knew it, he had gone to start one or two things somewhere and all that and all that. Fast forward to today, 20 March, sorry, today 2025, April 2025, we're having this particular webinar now. He has not yet built that particular exchange. That's because one thing that people underestimate is the place of mentorship, guidance, experience. You not having to repeat the same pitfalls. They underestimate that when it comes to consulting, when it comes to mentorship, and having someone show them the way. And may your story not be like that, my friend. So ensure that you move from the intermediary level to the pro level by building your personal website. We can help you. About 3 weeks ago, when we were doing the free training for youth to tech transition guys, we taught them how to build AI agents. We taught them how to build websites. We taught them how to build chatbots. So your own personal website can be built, and you will definitely be making a lot of money from it. So the final advice that I want to give to you to build your own startup is this: gain the necessary skill, just like as I did. Imagine I did not have any skill. Imagine if you ask me about blockchain, about smart contracts, about tokenization, about DAO, about market capitalization, and I'm unable to answer you, would you be confident to give me your money? That is the reason why you need to start with skill. Then I started building stories. I was going from one university to other university, teaching people. I built a team, and then that helped me to start what? Selling. Once we got on the digital platform like WhatsApp, and we are able to connect with what? With people. With this framework that I've given to you now, you can start with zero capital. You can take these three core elements, which is the skill to build, tell a stories to inspire, and sales to fund your business. I have a friend. That my friend has a business. I'm sure when he started, he was not the best at what he does. But over the years, he started watching more YouTube videos, asking questions, meeting professionals. Then one day, he also came in contact with me, and then I'd already learned artificial intelligence. He learned artificial intelligence and started using artificial intelligence to hone and harness his skill that he could use to build, mix more perfume. So he was getting his own skill better in the perfume business. Now, once he honed the first step, once he was able to pass that first step, which is skill, get your skill better, learn more. The next thing, he started telling stories on his WhatsApp. I started telling more stories on his WhatsApp to his friends. Oh, now perfume be this, so now so perfume they do, now so perfume they do. The friends were inspired by it, and it started bringing what? Sales. And once those sales started coming, he was using it again to fund the business and learn more skills, that he will tell more story on top, and then more sales will come on top. And this is just a flywheel on how you can build your own tech startup and retain 100% ownership. So don't raise capital to start. You raise capital to scale. These fundamental principles separate successful bootstrappers from those stuck in the seeking funding loop. Begin with developing your skills, then draft a compelling story that resonates with early adopters. Use this foundation to generate sales, like I said, and preserve your equity. And this, my very good friends, is how to build a tech startup. Until next time, see you.